What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about free agency a little bit. We're going to be talking about a few moves that have been going down. Let me just hop in real quick and let you guys know that Tom Brady is expected to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I just got done doing this, and all of a sudden I see this breaking news by NFLTradeRumors.co, and then someone said, "Welcome back to relevancy." This is crazy. I mean, I don't know what the contract details are now. You guys will probably find that out very shortly. But honestly, it's crazy. I can't imagine him not in a Patriots uniform. Let alone the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like, what? My personal thoughts, I don't even know if they're that close of a team. They do have some weapons, though. I'm excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited to see what this looks like. I feel like this could either go really, really well and Brady could light it up with a lot of their weapons, or it could go horribly wrong. And it's like, oh, that didn't work out. But I don't know. I mean, I'm really curious to see what happens with Jameis Winston, honestly, after all of this. But at the end of the day, this is going to be really, really fun to watch. So I just want to give you guys a quick little update because I did put a little side note, on the bottom, but I wasn't actually, I was done editing and I was like, oh, snap, well, this just happened like I said it would. So yeah, I just wanted to hop in and give you guys that. So enjoy the rest of the video, and thank you guys for stopping in. Enjoy. In the NFL, not just kind of major ones, and then we're also going to be looking at what the heck the Lions are doing right now and what's really going on, and kind of just maybe making some theories or talking about what we really have heard so far. So let's start this thing off with the most obvious one. That's DJ Reader. Okay, DJ Reader has signed with the Cincinnati Bengals, and that's kind of unfortunate. I know a lot of fans wanted to see him with the Detroit Lions because he seemed like a perfect fit. We need a run stopper. That's what he was. He was a very good run stopper from Houston, but unfortunately he went to Cincinnati for a pretty big deal, over $13 million a year average, which obviously if you backload it can be a little bit different, but that's a lot of money. Now, I don't know exactly how much money the Lions have in free agency. I kind of broke down numbers coming into it. They were trying to spend 25 to $30 million, but at the same time, if you backload those, you're going to have a lot of money. But again, you don't want to backload everything because eventually you're going to have to pay that and you're going to be broke if you backload every single contract. Detroit Lions haven't really made that big splash free agent signing. I mean, they signed two players at two $10 million deals, so I guess those are pretty big. But so far, they haven't made like a huge one or like one that we were kind of expecting. They've been kind of weird, maybe not players that we've exactly expected, but that is Bob Quinn. I mean, sometimes you just get guys you don't expect, and we really haven't seen that big defensive tackle, which is kind of surprising. We didn't see a big corner. That didn't surprise me too much. I thought the big defensive tackle was going to come, and now all of those guys are pretty much off the board. Unfortunately, I really want to see Hargrave here, but Hargrave's gone. DJ Reader's gone. Chris Jones was franchise tag. So a lot of guys are unavailable. Now, there obviously is a couple of options that the Lions still have. There are still options in free agency. There's also the option of potentially trading, and, there's been rumors about Chris Jones, potentially we trade for Chris Jones. I don't think the Lions will make that big trade, but they could. I mean, you never know, man. When a person's fighting for their job, you just never know. And I think the Lions right now, even though it seems quiet, are going to be making some moves. And it may not be even during the free agency period. It could be after, whether it's during trades, trading during the draft. I think we're going to see some big things. I think we will see some future picks moved just so that the Lions can add some talent this year, because it's hard for me to believe that the Lions are looking at the roster and what they've added and what they don't have, and they're saying, okay, we're confident with this and the draft, we're going to be good to go. That would shock me because that's just dumb. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense how you could look at this and say that. There's no way they're thinking that, knowing that they have to win some games to be a playoff contender. There's no way they believe they could be a playoff contender like this. So I do think some moves are going to come. Looking at other defensive tackles that are still available, the Lions could go after. There's actually some really good ones out there. I will name some. If any of these players have been taken, I apologize. I probably missed them because there's a lot of things going on right now. Michael Pierce from the Ravens. He's kind of like the big known one for a run stopper. I think a lot of people are looking at Michael Pierce. There's also Shelby Harris. And Shelby Harris was a guy that felt like a pretty solid fit. He's more of a pass rusher, I feel like, but he felt like a good fit. Linval Joseph, Danny Shelton, again, more of a, I would say, kind of a run stopper, pass rusher kind of mix there. Andrew Billings, who's a stopper for sure. Andrew Billings, another interesting one from Cincinnati. I like the thought of that. And Dontari Poe, Verdon Butler, again, if you want a rusher. There's a lot of guys out there that are still solid. I think the main ones for me are Andrew Billings, Shelby Harris, Michael Pierce, I think, and Danny Shelton. Those are probably the top four for me. And I could see the Lions going after those guys. If they don't want to go and break the bank on a defensive tackle, that wouldn't shock me. Maybe they had two good, solid defensive tackles and maybe they go elsewhere, and they're just trying to fill in holes, and then the draft they add playmakers like you guys have been saying. Maybe that is Simmons, maybe that's Okuda, maybe that's trading back. I don't know exactly what that is, but maybe just trying to fill out some of them with some hot, solid pieces. Maybe they go trenches for the rest of free agency. Maybe they add a guard. I think there's definitely some good guards out there, and I think we should add a guard. I'm not very happy about how the guard situation looks right now, unless they're going to rely on a draft pick, which again I wouldn't, but they may. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on. Chris Jones. Again, there's some trade rumors going around. The big news right now with the Detroit Lions, I think, is Devon Kennard. Like, what is going on with Devon Kennard? I don't know what's happening here. There has been, no news ever since we heard a while ago that Devon Kennard was released. And I was like, what? No. And then it came out and said, no, he's not released, but the Lions are shopping him. They may be trying to trade him. Haven't heard anything since then. So no one knows what's going on. No one knows if he's released. No one knows if he's traded. It's just been quiet. And either that's the Lions are setting up something, whether that's they're trying to set up a blockbuster trade, maybe any kind of trade, or they're just like, I don't know what they're doing, and they're just planning on releasing him anyways. We would save about $5.6 million in cap space, which you would think we would spend back into a free agent, which we may, but it probably won't be a blockbuster signing. I don't know if that's going to happen at this point. I don't see a huge signing. One guy, if there is a big signing, I could keep that I think you should keep an eye on is Malcolm Jenkins. I know it may sound crazy because he's 32 years old. He is still one of the better safeties in this league, and he was with Corey Undlin, so that could be a reason the Lions target him potentially for a 1 to 2 year deal. I don't think it would be a long-term deal. Probably a lot of money because, that's what he's expected to get with Philadelphia before they released him. They didn't pick up that option. So I can see the Lions going after a name like that, like Malcolm Jenkins, to get a veteran, because it fills out the veteran role. Matt Patricia loves the safeties. Corey Undlin was with him. I could see them making a push for a guy like that. But that's kind of really it. I see a lot of role players Lions may be looking for the rest of the way. At cornerback, I still, there's still a lot of guys out there. There's still a lot of guys when it comes to the cornerback position. I still see the Lions potentially getting another veteran, but I don't think the Lions are going to make any huge moves the rest of the way. I really don't know what's going on. There's so many different ideas about that. I just think there's so many approaches the Lions can still take that I really don't know what's going to happen. Like, for example, I think, the Detroit Lions, they could be looking at this saying, okay, let's go fill in some other positions. Maybe go get another guard. Maybe go get another corner. And then we take Derrick Brown. And now let me just say this. I think a lot of people are hating on Derrick Brown right now. And ever since his combine was passed, I think here's the thing. When you don't hear about people for a while and then, you hear bad about the combine. Like the last time you heard about him, the combine wasn't great. And I think a lot of people are not really excited by the thought of Derrick Brown. Personally, I love Derrick Brown. When I watched this dude, I was like, wow, this is a top 5 pick to me. This could be the 3rd pick in the draft. I really did. At that time, the first time I seen him, I was like, this is going to be that guy. I broke him down. And this was a heck of a player that could do multiple things. I was like, this guy would be perfect for the Lions. And I think right now everybody's looking at him and saying, he's not even a top 10 pick, which is crazy to me because I would take him in the top 10. I just think he's lost a lot of value recently for some reason. But I still think there's a chance the Lions are valuing him high. Now, does that mean I want him to take him at 3? Not really. I don't think it's necessary to take him at 3. I would say past 5, it makes sense. I would say right after 5 is passed, then that's when you could take him. If you trade back, definitely take him if he's available. But honestly, at 3, I wouldn't do it. I just think at 3 is kind of a reach because there's going to be other teams that are looking to take other players there, so you could just trade back anyways and then still acquire him. Javon Kinlaw is obviously another option, so they could be going that route. Maybe they're focused on defensive tackle in the draft. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they'll trade back and take a lineman in the draft. I really don't know what the Lions are planning to do here. Obviously, there's a long time. We have a lot of time to see what happens. I just kind of want to give you guys an update. Now, let's look at some of the moves that have happened around the league. Like I said, the DJ Reader signing. Cowboys have brought back Sean Lee. Let's kind of go through here. Devontae Freeman has officially been released, so keep an eye on him. Devontae Freeman hasn't been great the last couple of years, but he is a guy to keep an eye on for a budget running back the Lions could potentially bring in. Chargers said they're out of the running for New England. For Tom Brady. I don't say that's why I said New England. But yeah, I mean, there just hasn't been much news today. Really, I don't think there's been, there's been one thing today, and that's been the Detroit Lions signing a quarterback, and that is Chase Daniels. But other than that, there hasn't been anything, and there's not been super exciting, which I don't hate. I don't hate that it's not like a super flashy pick. I don't think we need those. At the same time, I do think we need some playmakers, and right now it's quiet, but there's definitely guys out there. So I just say hang tight. Things are going to happen, and I'm assuming while I'm trying to get this video and I'm up editing it or whatever I'm doing, something will happen. But right now, it's quiet. And I just want to know your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think is going to go down? Do you guys think anything else will go down? Do you think we're just going to stand pat until the draft? I hope not. I think we have too many holes. I think defensive line needs another lineman for sure. Again, the Devon Kennard, I can't wait to hear what's going on there. We need another guard, in my opinion, another veteran cornerback, some kind of cornerback, possibly another safety. I think we do have some holes to fill in and for some depth, but I would like some playmakers. I would love to get some playmakers because veterans are nice, and you get some nice players to fill in, but at the end of the day, you got to have guys making plays, and I think we need those on defense. So if the Lions are trying to fill that out and then make that happen during the draft, that's okay with me, but we got to see that happen. So right now, I'm not discouraged. I'm just interested to see what the Detroit Lions do. It's just been a quiet day, and I just want to make this video for you guys. So let me know your thoughts, comments below. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'm out.